Hello everybody. Hello. I'm super excited about this one now. Been waiting for a month for this one, right? So, last month I made a video on Nimrod because I thought the season pass of Nimrod would release last month. Yeah, that didn't happen. And I uploaded it and I kept it online because I just thought, why the hell not? Because Nimrod will be released eventually. So I made an in-depth video and an analysis video on Nimrod. So what I highly suggest you to do is go and watch that video. It's on my channel. It's called an in-depth analysis on Nimrod season pass, something like that. Yeah. But today is actually the day where we have Nimrod and we can make a deck with it. We can build a deck with Nimrod. And Nimrod is a funky card. It's finally here and it's all about destruction and destroying, which I personally think is great because I like destroyer decks. I thought always they're very simple. But let's see if this is going to turn out to be some sort of the meta now. So let me take you through this because this deck really looks insanely interesting, okay? Because it is a ramp up deck. You have a lot of high powered cards and there are a lot of crazy strong plays that you can do. So I'm going to talk to you straight through it. So what do we have here? We have Nova, because Nova is in every single destroyer deck, right? Same goes for this whole upper row except from Electro. So we have Bucky Barnes, we have Carnage, we have Wolverine, we have Venom. These are all destruction cards. Bucky Barnes is going to get destroyed for the Winter Soldier. Carnage is going to eat up all of those cards. Wolverine, when he gets destroyed, he's going to gain another +2 power. Venom destroys cards as well. Same goes for Deathlock. These are the typical destruction cards that you know. Same goes for Death and Wave as well. Also very famously known for that. But there's a few changes in here now because we actually have Destroyer in there now and Nimrod. The thing is, what I was thinking about first was a ramp up deck. You know, ramp up decks are really good. And I thought, why not do this with this here? So Nimrod, what happens with Nimrod is once he's going to get destroyed, add a copy to each other location. So if I'm going to destroy it with Carnage, it's going to double itself. You know, it's going to give me another 10 power on the board. Same goes with Venom. If I double that, it's going to do that as well. And if Destroyer is going to come in, because Destroyer literally destroys all other cards, everything's going to get doubled again. And since we can play Destroyer on turn 5, we have America Chavez in turn 6, plus Death, hopefully. That is going to be free as well because we're going to ramp up. That was the first thing I was thinking about when Nimrod dropped. I thought ramp up might be really interesting. So that is the deck that the internet and I have come up with. And I'm just really excited to be playing this deck. So yeah, let's get straight to it, man. Let's get all along. Let's do it. You know, you could also get some other cards in there. For example, like Colossus that can't get destroyed would be an option as well. We have Wolverine that doesn't really get destroyed either. Bucky Barnes will get destroyed, which is really good. So you have to kind of like focus on when you do it and what's going on and what's popping and what's good. But I'm really interested in playing this. This might be the new meta. I mean, destruction decks are always strong. But in this case now, let's see what's going on. So I'm going to go into the games now. If you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to please like and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, and let's get straight to it. I'm super excited. All right, let's see what it is, what it adds. So the problem about this ramp up deck that I've been encountering, I haven't won once with it. Not even once. I haven't won once with it. After I play Cardia Destroyed, yeah, I'm not gonna go for that. I've been playing 5 games in a row and I've lost every single game. So what I've learned from this deck is that if you don't draw into Electro on turn 3, basically you can retreat. That's what I've learned, because Nimrod is really not that strong on turn 5. If you have Nimrod destroyed on turn 4 and then you have destroy and then double it, that makes a little bit more sense, to be honest. But after that, I mean, I'm not so sure about this deck. I'm not so sure about Nimrod in general, if this is really going to be the meta. I do need Electro. But even that is not going to do me anything, just because I have to draw into Electro on turn 3. That is the issue with this deck. Because right now, as you can see, I'm drawing into Nimrod on turn 5, which truly does nothing to me. It really doesn't do anything. And in turn 6, I got destroyed. Like, it's not helping me. It's not helping out at all. Oh yeah, Wave could have also helped out, but yeah, whatever. Even though, yeah, you know, I'm just using Destroy now on turn 6, and it's not enough. It's definitely not enough. I mean, yeah, Nimrod is gonna, you know, could copy it twice. That's gonna help. Like, let's see, boop, and then it's gonna go here and here, and Dr. Doom is gonna come in. Yeah, I won this one. Okay. But as you can see, that was just pure luck. That was just that was pure luck. But in general, what you want to do is you want to draw into either well, you have to have Wave and you have to have Electro. Sorry, I'm a bit brain AFK from these games that I've been playing. I don't know, I just expected Nimrod to be something different. Like, I expected Nimrod to be like super OP, but then I realized if you don't draw into specific cards, you're gonna be in for a long day. So what we have now is we have Wave. So I'm gonna be playing Wave in turn 3, so I can play Nimrod in turn 4. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do now. And we have Destroy as well, so we do have a potential play here. So that's interesting. So let's try this. Even if I'm gonna lose this, I'm gonna upload this anyways, because I think it just looks good what we have here right now, right? So what I'm gonna do is play Wave now, and then Nimrod is gonna go onto the board in turn 4. Oh no, it's still, oh yeah, wait, I can destroy him then with Deathlock. That makes sense, because usually what we are kind of like, Wave kind of seems like a, if I don't draw into Electro, Wave is like kind of like an option B plan, you know? So that is definitely what I'm gonna go for here. Okay, so okay, so Nimrod is gonna go on to, let's see, whatever. I'm gonna go on Nimrod on the hub. The good thing is that it's not on reveal or ongoing, so no matter what, Nimrod is not gonna get stopped from what Nimrod is gonna do, right? So let's see, how much is this one? 3? So yeah, what I can do now, that's a pretty good combo. I can throw down Bucky Bonds and Deathlock, am I? No, not here, not on this one. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna throw it down over there. That makes more sense, because we do want Bucky Bonds to get destroyed later on as well. So Nimrod is gonna get destroyed. It's kind of Nimrod feels like a Arnim Zola, sort of, you know? Kind of feels like Arnim Zola a little bit, like when I play it, I gotta be honest. Good thing is though now, like he still does this kind of stuff, like he still destroys things, I guess. So, I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna be able to play my death, really. Alright, so Nimrod's gonna get destroyed, you see? Nimrod is gonna get copied onto this boy right there, which is interesting, right? And, okay, so let's just see what happens. Where do I want the power? So I guess he has all the power here. I'm gonna go with that. I just want to see what happens, honestly, because Wave is gonna get destroyed, Deathlock is gonna get destroyed. Let's see. Let's see what happens with Nimrod. Nimrod is supposed to, like, do it twice. What about Arnim Zola, though? What about Nimrod Arnim? Alright, let's see what Destroy is gonna do now. So that's gonna happen. So Winter Soldier's gonna drop onto the board. He's gonna do that, that's gonna do that, and that's it, right? There's no more craziness happening, right? There you go. So this is, I guess, how you play I play this deck, right? Right? I think this is the way you play this deck. I mean, this is the thing. Everybody's still confused about this. But the thing is, I still had Death and I couldn't play because I couldn't ramp up. So this is like the option B that you have if you cannot ramp up and you only have Wave. So that makes sense. Alright, so what do I think about this Nimrod deck in general? What do I think about Nimrod in general? He's a tricky card. He's sort of a tricky card, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to think of it 100%. I'm just not fully convinced that Nimrod is the meta. I mean, he will pair very well with Galactus, but who the hell has Galactus, right? Who has it? You know, I certainly don't. And some of y'all out there probably, some of you might do, but it's really hard to get Galactus. So let's talk about these pool 3 possibilities that we have with Nimrod. So the Destroyer connection here is, it's really strong. If you draw into Wave, if you draw into Electro, and you have a possible way of, you know, ramping up with this deck, I think it's a good choice. I think it's a really good deck. I think it's a very strong deck. Now, but if you don't, you have to retreat a lot. So this deck will probably make you retreat quite a bit. You gotta be really careful with these high risk plays. I personally think Arnim Zola would be interesting with this deck. Nimrod, Arnim Zola might be really interesting. Now, I haven't had the chance to play Nimrod, Destroyer, and Death at the same time because I just wasn't destroying enough. I don't know, it just doesn't seem to really work. But if you draw Electro on turn 3, you can play Nimrod on turn 4, you can destroy on turn 5, and then possibly play America Chavez and Death on turn 6. That is really Exodia-like. You know, this needs a perfect row of cards to work as good as I just said it. Because if it does, it is absolutely insane. You put a lot of power onto the board. But for that to actually happen, well, I gotta tell you, in 10 games it didn't happen once to me. So this is not really the thought of playing this game. Usually what you get is Electro sometimes you get Wave. You saw in my gameplay that the Wave option B kind of worked as well, as you saw. It does work. So this is a very, I would say it's a balanced deck. It's not the meta, I don't think now. I think you can make it maybe the meta with Arnim Zola, and I'm definitely gonna do that in the next video. I'm gonna try the Nimrod Arnim Zola kind of type out, and I'm gonna make a video on this. This is a very interesting way of playing. It's a, well, not really a new way of playing the game in the deck, because it is a Destroyer deck after all. But this is a pretty good and interesting deck to play. Now, we will probably need some more time until everything is going to unfold. And yeah, so I can't make any predictions right now. For now, it is a really good balanced deck. It makes a lot of sense. If it works, it is absolutely strong. You can see how much power you can put onto the board. It's insane. And yeah, that's basically my altogether wrap up for this deck, this ramp up Nimrod deck in Marvel Snap. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this content, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.